Hello and welcome to week 2 here at Coalition League. This is game 3 between Shadows and Rawr. Rawr currently won their first 2 matches. My name is Victor, and color casting with me this evening is Foxy.
Hello. This will be an exciting game. We've got some real team fighting potential from both sides. Looking forward to seeing this 2 minutes from now.
Yeah, that we do, Foxy. The draft has already happened here. Garen, Warwick, Oriana, and Ash, and Leona here for Shadow. And on the other side for Rawr, Rampage, Kledamumu, Ukali, Caitlyn, and Thresh. All about that Akali pick in the mid lane. We'll see how long Reinix on this Oriana can really hold this Akali and hold her accountable in the lane. When Akali does hit that Gunblade power spike, can potentially do a nice duel there as well. Warwick very reliant on that ultimate, hitting that level 6 as well. So a delayed laning phase here for Shadows could see them through to the victory. But if Finny on this Amumu could open up the map, if the Chubby Bunny can potentially get a lot of pressure onto Killer Little Ninja here on the Garen in the top lane as well, we'll see who fares the best.
Yeah, Garen has been always a strong pick. And it'll be interesting to see how Kled can match up to that. Kled definitely has a lot of utility and tools to survive and fight in that lane. And as for bot lane, we got Caitlyn Thresh into Ash Leona. We were just talking about that. Caitlyn really strong, and I think the Caitlyn traps with Thresh's ability to keep targets in the same place. So the traps will be pretty easy, I think, to land if Bunny plays well with the Caitlyn. So I favor overall, if we're talking about like how this game might go, I favor the bot lane a little bit more for Rawr Rampage. They're on the red side, yeah.
Yeah, I'd have a propensity to agree with you. Mulai definitely needs to try and hook the Ash though, because going into that Leona, getting that aftershock proc with that extra armor that the W does give you, definitely very tanky. So a trap under there means that Ash can get a lot of free fire damage back onto the Caitlyn if they are in range. But it's all going to be about placement, where they can do. See if you can flay and engage with the Leona as well, and really stop that, and then re-engage onto that. That could be really nice.
Yeah, and I think the late game definitely is really dangerous if Caitlyn gets out of control. So if they can control the bot lane, then they will be able to allow the Garen, the Warwick, I think the Ori just to really dish out tons of damage in team fights set up by Leona. Definitely have a good team fighting comp there. As long as they don't lose the laning phases, they should be able to just slowly roll their way into a win.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, Foxy. Definitely, we'll have to see how this Akali plays out as well into the mid lane.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, going for that explosive nature that I'm probably gonna have to relog. I apologize for this, but Doki's loading into the game and I haven't. So please bear with me.
Still also loading into the game, and as there's actually a pause. Mid's internet went out, and we'll be back soon. All right. So they're totally fine. You got plenty of time, just as much time as the mid laner. Rune X. We can take a little bit look at runes. Of course, aftershock on both sides here on the supports. One. What's next? What's next is a fed Kali coming bot lane, getting a pentakill somewhere in the middle of the game, and then everything over. Just kidding. Conqueror on both the Garen and Chubby Bunny, so of course laning powerhouses. Conqueror from the Warwick, and so one extra aftershock on the side of Rawr Rampage. So they're gonna be pretty tanky going in. The Momo and the Thresh is something that is a lot of engage, a lot of CC, a lot of time. If the Caitlyn is strong enough, she gets so much time to fight there. But whereas I think there's a lot more pitch potential on the other side here. So if they can get the picks that they need, they will be able to secure themselves the win in the game. And one thing we can definitely look at here is the fastest shoppers here winner is prize goes to Rin X, who already bought all the items they needed, and the Warwick was able to buy the dagger. So.
And folks, would you say 4 seconds is quick on the draw? If he was a gunman in the West, he'd be firing all cylinders. He'd fell his foe.
You know, when I opened, like, lately with the problems with League client and just the game and stuff, every time I click on the shop, my game just freezes for a couple of seconds, and it's like, okay, now we can play League of Legends.
Oh, Foxy, blaming the lag. Blaming the lag, yeah.
Mm.
So we do actually have a minion dematerializer here for Todd. It's a bit of a scarcer rune than it definitely used to be, but gives us priority in lane a little bit as well. How do you think the Akali can utilize this to its maximum effect?
Well, yeah, definitely going to be tricky to farm against Orianna. She can poke you with the ball constantly, and if she positions well, it's tricky. Akali wants to leave lane as soon as possible and roam. And she usually can win the roam against Ori. Has so much more mobility and utility for that. Turret diving is easier, all that stuff. But Ori has a little bit more control, so if Warwick is matching Amumu in general, and the team fights are around them, then it's more likely that the Ori can help the Warwick in the 2v2s. So that's kind of, I think, where that's at.
Yeah, exactly. Foxy. For Rhinox as well, that he has gone for that slightly more defensive and poke style with that Aerie. Maybe could look to go on with a phase rush to really kite out the fights. Is going to mean that you'll have a little bit more lane control, however, but a little bit more susceptible to ganks coming in from Finny and maybe even Choey Bunny if he does decide to roam with that charge on the Kled in the top lane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I actually haven't seen this kind of top lane, Garen into Kled. Kled actually has not seen, I haven't seen Kled too much yet, and it would be interesting to see him as an answer to Garen, because Garen is always a struggle pick. You know, people pick bruisers and fighters into them and split pushers, and Garen just kind of goes, I'm just going to hit Q now, and your health bar's still gone. And while you're silenced, let me just E you for a bunch of damage. Now my Conquer is procced instantly. My W denies you all your trade damage. So it's very difficult sometimes to deal with him in lane. He doesn't have much mobility against ganks, but he's still very, very rough. And we're going to actually be able to unpause here real quick. So we'll see how Kled works against this. Because Kled might be able to hold his own, even push Garen out, especially with Amumu around.
Exactly. So we now are loaded into the Rift.
Mm-hmm.
This is Shadows on the blue side and Rawr on the red.
So, talking about invades, both teams have some pretty good level 1s. A lot of CC from the Rawr. So, Rampage are looking for that invade from the tri-brush there on the side. And that deep ward definitely is going to help them out. Any ward against both of these junglers is extremely helpful for the lanes.
Yeah, particularly for that Warwick, though, you are definitely looking to scale up into that level 6 and use that suppress with that infinite duress going into the top side. Placing that ward, though, will help him into the top and just decide his pathing for later on down the line.
Yeah, both the wards are gonna tell a story about the pathing here. I think that's much worse for Amumu generally. Amumu's gonna have a harder time now that they'll know when the Raptors get started. It'll be harder for Amumu to gank mid lane, harder to kind of be unpredictable. Amumu doesn't have much power there, whereas Warwick's ability to chase down targets with low HP is very, very dangerous.
Yeah, exactly, Foxy. Something that I would note is the fact that Finny is deciding to take this Grump a little bit slower as his single target isn't exactly wonderful. So that will be a bit of a slower clear. Warwick going over to that melee camp. You would have thought Warwick maybe would go for the more single camps. How do you think that will affect the pathing in the early game?
Yeah, Moon was
Oh,
pretty
in
slow,
the
but
top
oh my
side,
gosh.
sorry, but Little Ninja actually has to run away, forces the flash in return there for Chubby Bunny as he hit level 2 and really took advantage of it in the mid as well. Todd and Rhinox trading aggressively.
Yeah. Todd is trying to hold there. Well, Kled looks like he shows that, yeah, Kled is actually a pretty good answer, especially when you let Kled, use the, quick attacks that you get passively once in a while. Just so much trading power against Ninja. Oh,
Yeah,
what was that gank?
GTH in the top lane though. Chubby Bunny on the run. He's trying to get back to his tower. Bear Trap on the rope just to try and disengage. Little Ninja just getting a little bit more of a poke there. Does have his TP available and his lane opponent doesn't, so he could utilize that if he needs to.
Yeah, that's the kind of ganking we're talking about. Should have honestly expected that having Warwick pathed from red side to blue side.
Finny may be looking for something here in the mid, but Todd has already disengaged the fight. It's kind of going to be Finny alone here. Takes a big chunk from Finny. Doesn't actually quite land the ball on his head. I think that might have even been a kill if he managed to land it.
Yeah, it had a flash also on Rin X, I would have expected, but the mana levels were very low. Alright, so pretty good time to gank. But ooh, Finny was looking for Todd back there, looks like, but ended up backing. So. Or we're going to be able to have the advantage to possibly place some deep wards here against Finny. Give his team some more vision. Gonna have river power here, river vision. And the trading in mid lane, Todd is honestly gonna always be struggling in this lane. Surprised Todd hasn't died yet. Main Materializer already all spent, so gonna help with the wave clear, but just without Gunblade it's so difficult to sustain through that lane.
Yeah, I am surprised he uses all those charges so early. Is now getting pushed in with that wave. Already down 10 CS as well. Looking very, very low here. So he can't really step up. He'd really like to get this cannon. I'm sure he's going to try and trade for it. Level 5 there already on Rhinox in the top side. Double Scuttle here as well. Coming out for GTH as an engage. Comes down onto Baby Rope Bunny. Real Life wasn't quite there. The Lantern is out though. Oh, the hook re-engage coming into the bot lane as well. Non-stop brain has to be careful.
Mid lane. It's a pretty smart move. Ori is definitely the most immobile and easiest target here for Finny to go for.
Finny again flashing forward aggressively, but here comes the Warwick. He's already there. Todd flashes forward onto Rhinox, but the barrier is solid, securing the first blood over to GTH. Now he's looking to go aggressively back onto Todd, but into the waiting arms of Rhinox, and that'll be a 2-0 going over to Shadows.
Yeah, Finny trying to like savior here and help Todd with the lane because Ori's constantly pushing, but yeah, low HP bars. We were talking about that earlier with Warwick. It's very easy for Warwick to.
Well, the Chubby Bunny's actually going to get chased down here. The silence has already gone. He has to kite. He needs to get that charge, but he's not going to. Kill a Little Ninja 3-0 going over to Shadows. Solid early game performance.
Yeah, wasn't able to get the Skarner there either, so Garen able to pick that up, so it's back and forth here in the top lane. So we were talking about the Warwick, definitely easier on Warwick to gank, generally than on a Mumu. So not having those scuttles and not having really that much vision control so far from Finny, definitely hurting their team right now. Ability to get the pick on the Orianna, which a couple times it should have happened. Meanwhile, we got a level 6 on the Garen.
Level 6 here for Little Ninja. He does have the execute available. The Mass Injustice at the ready. Maybe looking to re-engage. Here he goes. The silence again, trying to reset. Needs to use it early though. He's gonna go down in the process. The Chubby Bunny trying to cut away. Gets a little bit of the disengage and one back over to the Chubby Bunny.
Chubby Bunny able to take that. And a lead as well on CS, so really, really good for Bunny. That's going to help him with this lane quite a bit. He's going to be able to even shove it in as well. And right now, GTH again in the enemy jungle here, trying to get warding. He's gonna
waiting for the blue buff here, level 5 on Finny. He started up the blue buff unbeknownst. GTH looking in the winds. Now he comes in. Finny's got to run. He doesn't have flash. Secured there over to GTH. He's going to get the blue buff as well. Can he get out? Level 6 on Todd. Todd's looking for it now. He's got to run, but New Life is already blocking out Rhinox in there. The Ignite is down onto GGH. He's on the run. Rhinox is trying to save him with the shields low. Coming forward, though. Todd runs it down into Rhinox. New Life is here as well. The Lantern is out, but it doesn't matter. It just re-engages him back into Rhinox. He's going to fall, going to get gifted over to Todd.
That was great. That was so good. Rotation from Todd. Great rotation from New Life. I mean, that was quite a while for Warwick to sit there. Even with the kill on Finny, though, it definitely was not worth it. They're going to have so much priority over this river now. They have the controllers down. They got a lot of more confidence now after that kill. They were able to take the game back a little bit. Todd is much more fed now, even CS, and they're going to go for this dragon now. They have the vision they set up, and Warwick is probably not going to be able to be there in time.
Yeah, Foxy, you're right. It was a nice initial invade, but if you don't have lane priority, that just means that the lanes will come and back you up, and they did so. Trading the life of Rhinox as well means that the first early Drake will go over. That was Mountain going over to Rampage, and they're back in the game here. CS in the top, though, a little bit low here for Killer Little Ninja. Needs to try and expend the phage and try and get back into their Tiamat already completed here for the Chubby Bunny.
Yeah, and Chubby Bunny spending his money on that Tiamat's definitely going to help him shove the Garen in, keep him, you know, locked in that lane, keep him from able to, you know, do much. And honestly, Bunny has the ultimate to escape into other lanes, as we were talking about, him being able to gank other side lanes, go into the mid lane and help Todd as well. And there's the ultimate.
Charge has been used here into the top lane. Killer Little Ninja has to retreat back, flashes under the tower. Chubby Bunny still taking it up though.
Woo!
One more, he flashes away and is going to survive that last tower shot.
What a play. That was great tower dive and great timing too, having Finny up here.
Finny here is level 5. Shockwave. Pull back. Rhinox secures that. Infinite duress onto Chubby Bunny, securing the kill as well.
Yeah, they have the vision down in the bot side of the river, but they don't have quite as much control in the top side right now, and that costed them pretty
looking
hard.
for a hook into the bottom. Hooks that Leona as well. Non-stop brain. He gets bound, but it's Bunny Rope securing the kill onto non-stop brain in the bottom lane. Fantastic engage there from New Life.
Yeah, New Life landing that hook, huge for them. And that's actually going to enable another dangerous lead here as well. Rampage are going to have a slightly fed Caitlyn now.
Just to be careful under the tower here. New Life has his flash available if they wanted to try and deny this minion wave. They don't quite know. Misses the hook. Probably would have taken it if they had the chance.
Yeah. So the issue with Finny is that he's under level, and he was trying to take this the Herald and wasn't aware of where the Warwick was. And honestly, Finny should have been more worrying about denying, I think, GTX at this point, GTH. It's much more important to deal with the Warwick,
ward there.
ability to gank a lot right now.
Finny looking GTH in the top lane though, not going to find anything. Chubby Bunny already has 2 levels on this Garen. We said that he wasn't really farming that well. It's kind of showing now in that experience.
Yeah, level difference. He has him with the Tiamat easily. Also, would have expected Bunny to have been at that fight. Not sure what happened with him at the Herald. And the Herald is given to GTH. He has it available, and he's going to drop it here down mid.
Non-stop brain, flanking around, looking for Finny. Lands a Zenith Blade. They're just going to disengage. Finny flashes forward. They're looking for GTH. They're going to find him. That goes over to Todd. Here comes a Chubby Bunny as well. Down from the top lane. Garen is a little bit slow to match. Todd going deep, but Rhinox goes golden. Now No Brain comes down, but it's Killer Ninja into the mix of it all. Secures Todd. Looks for Finny. The hook was there though, trying to just secure it down. Finny on the run and he gets out alive. Now New Life re-engages back. They're looking for Rhinox. Can they land anything else? The flash play isn't going to land.
Wow, Finny just barely surviving through that. And this is the mobility we were talking about difference for top lane. Everybody pretty low in mid lane, but I expect this will probably be a reset from both teams. Definitely very difficult for Ninja to get back there. He was able to pick up the 1 kill, which is great, but it's not really the kind of team fight you're looking for And Renix, I think, did very well with the ultimate. Really good setups. So far, all the ultis have been landing pretty well. It's hard to hit Todd, so commending the Orianna there with that.
Non-stop Brain's actually going to get trapped up, but Finny is going to go down to GTH as he corrals him, and that'll be another blue buff probably going over. Needs to try and get out as he's kind of done the same. The laners aren't going to be able to back him up. Got to be careful. He's got to be a little bit creative. He's basing in a bush. Baby Rope Bunny kind of knows where he is. Spots him out on the wall. Has to flash the wall. A Lantern's there, though. New Life wants to pursue. He doesn't quite have T2 boots, though, so I don't think he has the move speed. Now, Louisville Gen on the front line. The hook is going to land onto GTH. Goes forward. New Life puts down the cage. The baby cage is in. The Fox is going down. The Ignite is ticking. And Baby Rope will secure it.
Yeah, that was a great combination of traps from the Caitlyn and Thresh. They're utilizing the utility they have here. And they're able to just secure these picks.
Chubby Bunny as well. I think he's actually got kill threat right now. I'm sorry, Foxy, but it's kills all the way around the map right now.
Yeah, no problem.
He's got to be careful.
Yeah, they're getting very aggressive when they can, when they have the resources, and they're playing very smart to their strengths.
Todd yet again actually goes aggressively forward. Looks for that perfect execution. Lands it as well. The shockwave is delayed. Todd gets a free kill in the mid.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get a Drake out of this, possibly. Oh, Ultimate was looking for a steal. So Renix it's very hard to land that R, and we were talking about that. Todd is now at the point with the Gunblade power spike that we were discussing, now is able to contest the Orianna and all in and look for those picks on the 1v1s. So
with Garen going for this Triforce and behind on experience, he is now struggling in this lane. You can see it, and we sometimes talk about wet noodle fights in the top lane, but I think there's definite kill threat here for either side. The Chubby Bunny definitely having, as he goes for the charge, he's looking for it. Again, Killer Ninja just having to kite back to his tower.
Yeah, not really the safest play to engage there all in. Actually, I feel like saving that for the team fights for mid would be way more helpful, actually. I would like to see Rampage really play around their carriers right now. Todd and Baby Rope Bunny, they're really the ones that you want to take out of the laning phase and start putting them in the fog of war, so that they can really find the angles they need to just ace the enemy team. Honestly, that's really the threat that they're going to be able to put on them on the table very soon. Right.
Foxy, the Gunblade has been used. They're going forward aggressively onto Rhinox. The Ignite is going to be ticking, but the shield is there for Rhinox. Got a little bit too deep now. GTH is trying to survive, but it's 3 versus 1. Rhinox under the tower. Chubby Bunny going very deep. Gets a little bit of a reset. Now Todd is taking the tower. He's going to fall. Killer Ninja on hot pursuit here of the Chubby Bunny. Little bit of disengage. The flash forward, and Killer Ninja will secure it. And in the bottom lane, the Piltover Peacemaker securing that last little bit of damage onto Louisville Gen.
Wow, what a team fight. And I was just talking about securing vision and playing through the fog of war. They had that, and Todd was able to engage. But Rhinox playing pretty smart there and staying alive. The tower dive was probably a bit much, I think. They have these advantages, they should just keep playing around them, and there's no need for that.
Non-stop Brain actually going in, he's really trying to save this tower, but the hook is there already, and the Flay forcing the flash away. Potentially looking for a little bit more. Ace in the hole available, but with the shielding, the arrow comes out of Ash just to save the carry of the support.
Yeah, not going to be able to save that tower. The Caitlyn is so fed, and having the headshots definitely going to have the advantage there. And it looks like they're just taking these objectives slowly. And if they keep this up, Rampage are on the right path, as we were talking in the champ select, for just winning the game. They're winning the lanes that they need to win. The carries are getting fed. I mean, a 4-0 Caitlyn is so scary. 30 CS ahead as well.
600 gold shutdown, Foxy, that I'm worried about. Really needs to stay firm in this. Rhinox again under the tower. Shockwave, is it going to save him this time? He's got the barrier, it will. Chubby Bunny 2v1. Infinite Duress comes out. Little Ninja has to kite away though. Doesn't really want to go toe to toe, but GTH has that defense, has the lifesteal. Killer Ninja comes back in for the kill.
Yeah, Cherry Bunny definitely getting ganked there. Honestly, Vision has been a little bit slowed down lately. It's honestly all Rampage's game though. The Rampage decide if they win now or don't. They have the gold lead of almost 3k, and the Caitlyn is gonna be online pretty soon. Already has the Storm Razor to lock down a target. As long as they play smart around the Leona
arrow's been used onto Baby Rope Bunny. Has to flash away from the solar flare though. They're engaging onto Mew Life. He's in trouble. He's gonna go down to the Demacian Justice. Finny in the front line trying to buy time. The shockwave gets Baby Rope Bunny back in, but they're only going forward now for Rampage. They're looking onto Rhinox. He's got to run. Finny in the front line. Ace in the hole gets blocked by Rhinox in the back end.
Wow, what a play from Todd, going in and out, weaving so beautifully through that fight. Then you get 3 for 1 in the end. Todd actually surviving all of that. Crazy. And they're going to be able to take 2 towers here, and that is huge. That's going to let Todd be able to move to side lanes, start shoving these lanes. Has the Merc treads already now, so tons of mobility. And just honestly, things are only going to get harder for Shadow from here on out. Caitlyn already on level 2 ultimate also will be pretty dangerous on all these squishies if they keep.
You're right, Foxy, and it's
the tail.
Double trouble here for Rampage as well as Finny solos out that rift. Very late rift as well, but be able to use that to maybe create Baron pressure. They're already setting up around this Drake. Maybe they need a little bit more support. Todd coming into there. Rhinox looking onto Mew Life as well. This is the 4-man stack. A nice trap just to thwart that engage though, as these pot shots are coming out from Baby Rope Bunny. Now it's all about this contest onto this third dragon. The Infernal spawned onto the rift.
Oh, actually spawning the Herald back here. They will have likely
Misclick question mark?
This dragon.
Because they're not going to push that to the T2. Maybe they're using it as a distraction here for the dragon.
Huh. Yeah, Herald maybe was timing out. Not sure about that. It was pretty decent.
Charge up into the top lane, already used onto Killer Little Ninja. He still has that tower he can retreat back to. He's got that tankiness. He's got the Ninja Tower. He should be able to live, but the pressure is immense here from the Chubby Bunny. He's trapping the rope, pulls him back in yet again. Can't quite tower dive though, doesn't have the means. Back over onto the Drake. They're looking for the Infernal, the engage coming out from Non-Stop Rain. Doesn't quite find it. Trapped there, onto there. He actually gets a smite there for GTH as well. Going forward, can they win the fight though? Mew Life already fallen. Finny as well. Todd trying to corral it in. GTH tanking him down, but the pot shot's coming out there for Baby Rope Bunny. To the top side, Demacian Justice secures it onto the Chubby Bunny as well, as it's pandemonium across the rift.
Yeah, this has been some endless fighting and blood on both sides of the team. Todd is still able to survive this, so no shutdowns on either Todd or Caitlyn is huge for Rampage. They haven't been able to get the dragon though, so that's a huge take back. Great smite from GTH there. Wasn't CC'd surprisingly. They weren't focusing the jungler there. That was a bit strange. So yeah, so that's they're gonna get something back there. Infernal can help them out quite a bit, especially for the Orianna and the Ashe.
Yeah, exactly, Foxy. All vision now going to be rotated over to the top side of the map as Baron is now spawned. Dragon also taken. Blue buff secured there for Rhinox as well. That was a nice secure.
Yeah. What I also like is seeing that Baby Rope Bunny and Mew Life, they know that their combo is so strong. They're always together. They move all the time. They're moving together to lanes, mid lane, top lane. Right now it's just going to be clearing some vision for the Thresh, but I always see them together, ready for the combinations that they can do. They know how their team fights are going to play out with this team comp. So this draft is definitely something it seems like they planned pretty well.
Yeah, a little bit of a split push here for the Chubby Bunny. Has to be careful, but he's got that teleport, so he's just trying to bait for the team. Too many people show bottom side. GTH trying to look for a little bit of vision. Gets collapsed on here by Finny as well. That's Mew Life coming back in. A shockwave onto the back line of Baby Rope Bunny, but it doesn't matter. The 2v1 on out. He thinks he can take it as well. He goes for Lewisfield Gent. Todd in the mid lane as well, looking for Rhinox, and Ace in the hole is going to go down. coming on to Killer and the Little Ninja. He has to try and retreat, but Finney's coming through. Todd tanking the tower. Gets out of the range as well. Resets it. Probably needs to wait for the Lantern. There it is. Secured. They're pushing in now with the minions in the mid lane. They don't even need the Baron. They can get this inhibitor open in the mid.
Yeah, they're going to take down this inhib. It's going to be huge for them. They've just been slow and steady. Growing this lead now at a 6.3 thousand. 6.3. Pretty sizable lead. No shutdown on the Caitlyn either. They need these picks. We've been talking about that as well in the draft. If they can get picks with the Orianna, with the Warwick, and the Leona, those are all options for them to get the picks on the carries and catch somebody out. But with the Vision, Rampage have been doing really well at stopping that from happening. And
maybe a little bit greedy here, Foxy, as they haven't based yet. They've actually started up this Baron, and TP coming down here for Chubby Bunny as they really want to secure this. An Enchanted Arrow goes wide onto Todd as he is in the front line. He's going to be looking to just excavate the map there into... But he comes back in. He's looking for it. He's going so bold. He's gone golden with the Hourglass as well. Manages to come back into it. It's the Chubby Bunny now onto the front line. They are in this choke point coming down into it. Shockwave could be massive as well. Louisville Gent secures the kill onto the Chubby Bunny. Shockwave is big into the back line. Todd has to flash away. Bunny is so low, but he manages to kite onto GTH as well. Reinhart's going forward though. Flash for Louisville Gent. He'll get the slows onto New Life as that should be secured.
Todd's still around. Yeah, looks like that fight's over. Yeah. It's pretty incredible that the AD was able to survive with all that. Really great kiting from Bunny, but in the front to back that they were doing there a little bit after Todd was baiting this team fight. Should have been a pretty even fight, and honestly was expecting Shadow to win that. But they are pretty behind, so it was the carries are really going to be a hard uphill battle here. They were able to deal with not having to. They lost the Baron actually. Yeah, they did lose the Baron as well. Damn.
Yeah, Baron has been secured here for Rampage. Dragon coming up in 20 seconds. So now it's all about this bottom side of the map, trying to push with this Baron buff as well, as it is still on a couple of members. More importantly, onto Todd. His split push will be massive. 11-3-2, having a fantastic game. Hourglass spinning in and out of this fight. As you said previously, he's done so well in this game just to dodge around the damage with these little twinkle toes that he seems to be creating in this game. He's going down into the bottom side. He's spotted out No Brain already. They are onto the Drake. It's going down. 300. 200. That'll be the third Drake going over here to Rampage. And Arrow goes wide for no reason, unfortunately. The Chubby Bunny now comes for the charge. GTH has to go defensively as well. They're going into the choke point. Ace in the hole. Onto Louisville Gen. Takes him down. Triple Shockwave there onto the back line. But is any more DPS there? Can they secure it onto the back end? Baby Rope secures the front line onto GTH. They're going forward now. No more damage down onto the back line. It's all about Rampage going forward. Reinhart's trying to kite. Trying to do what he can do. Todd going forward over the wall there. Ignite is down. Double kill goes over. Rampage will secure this game.
I mean, an absolute just domination in the team fight. They did lose a couple of key ultimates in that fight, and Warwick ended up ulting to the carries, carrying over Chubby Bunny straight to the carry backline and just enabling Bunny to start smacking away at the Ashe and the Orianna. So even with they had a pretty good team fight there as well. So if the laning was a little bit better, if they weren't losing so hard early game, I think that a lot of these team fights could have actually went in the favor of Shadow. But it was all a little too little too late. And Rampage take the win.
I think you're right, Foxy. Yep. Fantastic shockwaves actually throughout the game, but Reinhart's just too far behind to be able to really one-shot, and no one really able to get access to that back line any further. As Finny, the Chubby Bunny, they were all just going forward, marching through the lines, and unfortunately that means that Shadows will lose this Game 3 of Week 2 of the league here at the Coalition League.
Now, if we can get a look at the damage charts as well. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, Akali and Caitlyn doing the most damage. Only like what is that? 52 damage? 62 damage difference between the Akali and Caitlyn. Caitlyn being slightly ahead, but not
Toki will
but
be happy.
basically a double barrel win there for the carries.
Yeah, Toki will be very happy that neither top laner bought a pink lord throughout the entire game, as he always does vote to check that stat at the end. But fantastic play there for Rampage. They really brought it over the line. Akali, fantastic footwork, and just New Life really enabling Baby Rope Bunny to play aggressively and secured that. And it shows in the score, deathless throughout the game.
Yeah, Todd is pretty
All right,
comfortable in that Akali for sure.
I gotta go type this competitive ruling up. So
You're right. Thanks, Toki. That was fun. Cheers.
Yeah.
yes, we save VODs, or it should save VOD. If it doesn't save, let me know. So see you guys in 10 minutes with the competitive ruling.